Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the Nifty channel, and today we're going to be looking at my new mouse that I just got. This is the Logitech G502 SE Hero. Now the thing with this mouse is it's a normal G502, but it's got white on it, and that's literally the only reason why I got this one over anything else. It also has the Hero optical sensor, but that doesn't matter too much to me as I don't have very high DPI settings, but yeah, I got it simply because I like white in my stuff. So yeah, let me cut to cutting open some of the tape, and I'll be back. Alright, I cut open the tape that was necessary, and here we can see just some of the stuff that it wants to tell us about, like, oh, it's got the Hero sensor, and the programmable buttons, adjustable weight, and just a bit of Light Sync technology that they use for the stuff that allows you to be RGB nerds, because we all know that all gamers must have their RGB to live. So then, let's pull this out of the box. And there it is. Look at that thing. Look at that beauty. Ugh. Fresh G502 is very clean. I didn't even notice, but it looks like the scroll wheel is lighter than the normal G502. And down here in this is our weights. Compared to the rest of this mouse, this literally feels like the heaviest part. My old mouse, I actually didn't get this with it because it was a used one. I don't know how to open this with one hand. There we go. So yeah, these are the weights that you would add. All of them weigh the same and they go into the bottom of the mouse to just give you a bit more weight to your mouse. So yeah, these are really easy to put in. Now, some of you might be asking, Niv, why the fuck do you care so much about a mouse? I'm a nerd, okay? And mice and keyboard are the two things that I care about the most when it comes to my setup. Let me just quickly put these in, because I dropped them as I was doing that. Yeah. We literally just do that. This is really hard to do with one hand, so sorry that the, video quality of this is actually shit, but, I figured I would upload a video on my new mouse, since mice mean a lot to me. And the final one goes in right there. And just like that. That's all of those. And then we can just close that up. I don't feel like I put those all in right, so I'm gonna push them in as far as they go, I guess. Did I put some up upside down? Do they have, a correct orientation? Because it should click a bit when it goes on, which it's not. Alright, I'll cut to this and I'll figure this out. Alright, so for now I'm leaving the weights outside of the mouse, so I'm going to put them back in our little case here with the Logitech G symbol on it. A little bit hard to see, and a little bit hard to record me ever opening this. Yeah. I'll figure out how to put these weights in correctly eventually, because I'm sure I'll prefer having a bit more weight than a lack of weight in this gracious little thing. Yeah. I don't remember how the last two went in. Or the last one, I guess. I think I messed up actually putting these in. Because I'm thinking it goes like that. Yeah, there. And that goes in there. Bit of paper to tell us how this all works. I'm fully aware of how to set that up, so we'll set this up and come back once I've set this up and we can compare it to my first one. Alright guys, so we're in my very messy little workspace here. We have a lot of stuff in here, but we're going to try to fit this all in and compare these two. So, a couple things you'll already probably notice. Well, the most obvious is the white, but another thing I didn't even realize was that the scroll wheels are different colors. This one has more of a bronzy color, and this one has a titanium-like to probably match up with the white. And I think that it fits really well, and I personally really like it. It's actually more aluminum now that I look at it, but I really like its look, and its scrolling is just delightful. It can be smooth or very, very precise. Definitely useful for when you're just using those two for their different purposes, obviously. Here on the side we actually have the G4 and G5 buttons. They are also white, which is very nice. And generally just a lot of things that have kind of been damaged with time on my old G502. This one is years old. I've used this thing for many years, and its scroll wheel is kind of buggy now. It clicks twice, but only once when switching there. So it's kind of annoying in that regard. And like, just sounding wise, that's a lot louder than that. This feels a lot better than this did. And it's kind of just small motions like that that give it a better feel. We can also see that the G from Logitech's G has updated from the old design to the new one. That's something that was added in the Hero, but it's just a nice touch to make it fit with the modern Logitech. On the other side, we can see just how destroyed I have this thing. I have used this thing for so long and it looks ugly. Comparatively on this one, everything is nice and clean. And even a bit reflective. The cables, comparatively, the old Logitech G502, its cable is kind of thick compared to the new cable, which is surprisingly even more thin. The ends of the cable are much more strong in the new version, with a nice G symbol on one side and nothing on the other for a very minimalist look. When we're comparing that to the old one's very generic USB with that. Nothing wrong with it, but this one gives more character. I also appreciate the longer length because that adds more stability for the USB and just generally makes it easier to pull out because you have more grip room. Alright, so let's plug on in the new G502, see what default looks like for this, because I don't think it'll... Yep, it has the default design here. So, yeah. Move it out of the way. I've been using this thing because this mouse had some problems with these two buttons. I fixed them by the time this arrived, but I still want to use this over that. This generally doesn't have anything wrong with it anymore since I fixed it. I like this a lot more. This just feels nicer in the hand, just because it is newer, and I love white aesthetic. My aesthetic is white and teal, so this pleases me. I might look into doing some painting onto it. Not standard paint, of course, because that would just not work it out, but if I could get like stencils, I could definitely do some stuff with this, because this is just a very nice mouse. Yeah. It does have 3 settings. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, it has 6 settings on here by default. I wonder what the difference is between the settings, if there is any. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I really like this mouse, and I generally knew I was going to like it because it is similar to the old G502, but it just has a couple of things that'll make it just a bit nicer for me. I wouldn't recommend buying this unless you personally have a reason to, or if it's on sale and is less expensive than another one of the Logitech G502s. The only thing better I could think of a mouse, though, is the light speed variation of this, but I don't know if the special edition has a light speed edition. So yeah, overall, it's a very good mouse, and of course, as you all would know if you're interested in that kind of stuff, the G502 is generally considered the best mouse choice. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye.